Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fruitful Trees. I did it. I pushed the limits and I did something I've been wanting to do for quite a long time now. Every day this week, I posted a video. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today, Thursday, and tomorrow, I got a great video for you. And so, what did you think about that? Were you overwhelmed with my videos where you couldn't watch them all? Now, the thing I did this week is as I posted videos, I did them shorter. So 10 to 15 minutes, not my normal hour video. Would you rather see less videos longer or more videos shorter? Let me know in the comments below. Well, today's video is something that shows you how I'm always thinking about these things. I have a situation here in Mango Land where I have my favorite tree here, my sunrise, next to this tree here, which is Orange Essence. They're way too close. They're 9 feet apart, and they're starting to show the issue. Now, I just trimmed both of them so they don't look as close as they are, but they're pretty close. Well, I have to make a decision. And for a long time, I have a tree over there that's step mango that I was going to top work that tree with this Orange Essence. That was going to take care of the issue. Then I was going to keep the sunrise here and have a whole line going down there of mango trees 20 feet apart. Great project to check out, great spacing. However, when I top worked that step mango, I ended up putting on there even though there's one branch of Orange Essence on there, but I ended up putting on there some Karen Michelle because I previously had a Karen Michelle mango between my dot and my sunrise, but I felt that 10 feet apart wasn't going to be long enough. So I wanted to get Karen Michelle, so I got Karen Michelle there. So that leaves this tree here, Orange Essence. What am I going to do with Orange Essence? Because it's one of the late season varieties I really like the taste of, and I want to keep. It's established in the ground right there. My other goal or possibility is, and this is where I'm thinking, and take it to the next level. Don't let my shirt distract you, everybody. I'm just working hard, and it's showing it. So I have this tree here in the corner of this row of mango trees here, and this, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you all in a moment, but this is a little gem. I'm not impressed with Little Gem. I think when it tastes great, it tastes amazing. I think it's a prolific late season variety. But for the small amount of space I have, it's not an all-star that I want. I think for some people it'll be great, but not for myself in this situation. So I have three choices. One choice is I can top work this Little Gem from this Orange Essence, case solved, simple. I'd have trees going across my fence 20 feet apart. So that's one opportunity. Another opportunity is I could take this tree out and sell it and take the established Orange Essence out and put it right there. Now, the risk of that is if it doesn't take, I've lost the Orange Essence. The risk of that also is if top working it is, I got to always deal with the Little Gem coming back and always keeping up on that. But here's my third option, which I thought about, and I think I'm going to do this. So we'll see. So let me turn the camera on and show you what I'm talking about. All right, everybody. So here's the situation. There's my dot tree. That's my papaya tree where I had a Karen Michelle, but again, I thought it was too close. So I took the Karen Michelle out. There's the sunrise. There's the Orange Essence. As you can see, I just trimmed them both. Coming here, there's a banana that's just about to go in between there. It's one more rock on there, and then I'm getting rid of the banana. Then I have the Little Gem. There's 20 feet from the Little Gem to the sunrise. The Orange Essence and the sunrise, there's 9 feet. So here's my choice. I could simply remove this Little Gem or top work it. Case closed, thought closed. But if I move over this way, this is my entrance to my driveway. And the door opens right here. So those bikes aren't mine, by the way. They're my tenants. I know they rust outside. Some of you have commented. I wouldn't leave bikes out like that, but they're old bikes and that's what they want to do. But the door opens out. So this is what I'm thinking. If I keep that Little Gem cut back for a few more years, I could still get mangoes from it or sell it as if somebody wants to buy it. But putting a sunrise here, my favorite mango, where that little tape measure ends, that bottle is, a sunrise here, and that would be 16 feet from this established orange essence. So a sunrise tree right there, and the advantage of that is when I get rid of that, if that tree grows out, it's going to go over the fence. I'm only going to benefit from 3 sides of the tree. However, if I put it here, I will benefit from this whole side and that whole side. Now, it might get in the way of the driveway, but I can always cut it back if I ever decide to use the driveway, because currently I don't. But here's the thing. If I put that tree here, I can come here and then another 15 to 16 feet there, closer to the fence, I could fit another tree. And I'm thinking either a honeykiss or a Alampur Banashan, which are both dwarf-sized trees. That gives it enough space from the sunrise where it can grow. And yes, half of the tree will go on the other side. I'll share with my neighbors, that's fine. But I'm benefiting by getting a whole half of tree that I wouldn't get otherwise. So that's what I think I'm going to do. And now you might say, why am I putting a sunrise there? Why don't I just put an orange essence there? Well, I know sunrise is my favorite variety. I love it. And if I have it over there, coming around here, where I already have my sunrise and my orange essence, I can keep that sunrise cut back and grow it this way and give more room to the orange essence here. Meaning, if the sunrise where I'm standing gets well established one day, if I have to get rid of that sunrise so this orange essence can blossom and bloom the way I think it will, and some people say it doesn't do great with disease resistance. For some reason, if it doesn't, I can get rid of it and still have that sunrise there, plus have another sunrise here, which would not be a bad thing to do. So, and I can leave these both here as well and benefit from both of them as well in the meantime. So that is what my plan is and my project is. Now I already cut this. This has a lot of mango still on there, but I cut it back yesterday, somewhat, pretty good amount. But there you can see a better viewpoint of it. Instead of having one tree in the middle, I'm going to have one tree there and one tree there. And even though half of that is going to go to the other side, I don't mind sharing with my neighbors, and I'm going to get the addition of a half a tree that I wouldn't normally get otherwise. My other option is I could just replace that tree in the middle or top work it, and things would look neater here. But I wouldn't benefit from having a second tree. But things are looking good here. The trees are cut back. I still have to cut back the dot tree more. That still has mangoes on it. Pretty much as you've been seeing videos this whole week. Again, let me know if you like the shorter videos, more videos but shorter, or would you like less videos but longer. I cut back the white Paris, which is amazing. Another great example here for an update is I had a fruit punch tree right here in the middle that I sold the beginning of this season. Now look, I still got to cut back my dot tree, but look at my dot tree and look at my white Paris tree. Since I took that fruit punch out, which I don't think there would have been enough room, I don't want to hedge. I have a papaya there for now, and I think the spacing is going to be much, much better. I still have to cut back my graham tree, but there's still some on there. Here's my coconut tree that I had cut. Sugarloaf is, I can't say enough about Sugarloaf. It's been such a great producer this year. Such a great producer, and there's still stuff hanging on there. And Graham's been nice. Graham's going to get cut back big time. Cut back the Super Alfonso. It's looking good. Feeling good about it. I still have Mangoes on my buttercream. Things are looking good here in Mango Land. Look at my fruit cocktail cut back, looking nice. And as I showed you the other day, I don't know if they're gonna take, we'll see. But I did a video the other day. I put in here these grafts of Bangin Polly on half of my fruit cocktail. And you see, I cut out the middle of the fruit cocktail tree and cut it back a good amount. 2 more trees to cut back here, my dot and my gram, and I'm ready for hopefully a quiet hurricane season. Sugarloaf, as I said, still has mangoes on there. Just such a great performer. And that's it. So I'm going to reach out to all you and see what do you think of my idea. I can keep my trees, my dot, my sunrise, and even though I have a little gem in the corner there, I could simply make that, put a new orange essence there. Or with my idea here, I can throw another sunrise here and stick another tree there in the corner, and weed out or get out the little gem. And over here I can keep the sunrise, just cut it back and keep the established orange essence and see how it does here in the meantime. And over here on this tree here, which all along I was going to put my orange essence, I ended up putting Karen Michelle on here, and we'll see how it does. It looks like it's starting to bud out. Karen Michelle did take up there, and I have one orange essence branch that I put up there quite a while ago. But still, when you top work, you got to deal with the rest of it growing back. And I don't know if that's going to be every year, but I'd almost rather not deal with that. I could actually take this tree out completely and take that orange essence out and put it here. But I don't want to risk, even though mango trees move really well, it's been in the ground there, and I don't want to risk it. But I might. We'll see. We'll see. But that is what's growing on here. Okay, everybody. Every day this week I did a video for you. Tomorrow I got a video that I did a field trip. I took a field trip to a cool place. You're going to like tomorrow's video. A little bit longer video for the weekend maybe, or maybe on the weekend you want to catch up on all the videos I did this week. I was under the impression that doing more than 3 videos a week was going to be overwhelming for people where they can't see them all and then they're going to pick and choose. So that's why I was doing less videos. But what do you think about every video so far this week in terms of the length of the video? Too much? Just fine? You want more? Or you want less videos longer? What would you like, and what topics would you like me to go over? All right, I have a lot of stuff to talk about and show you what I'm doing. So let me know. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great day and keep growing.